What?
Prayer.
Prayer. Very good. So we're going to talk about prayer, and Chris Alexander, who's the associate minister here, is going to come down and help us out with that. So, did we get another message?
I like the squirrel one.
Yeah.
The squirrel, that was me.
Does anybody want to? That was you?
I'm legit.
You are legit.
I
just want you to picture.
Okay. Good answers. Good answers.
That was him.
This is I don't know if you know, but people who grew up in Israel in the first century, which is when Jesus was around, most Jewish boys aspired to being a disciple of a rabbi. And there are many rabbis that would travel around and they would instill their virtues and their values on their disciples. So it wasn't uncommon for there to be disciples. There weren't just 12 ever, there are disciples of rabbis everywhere. And the rabbis usually taught their disciples, their virtues, their values, all that kind of stuff, and a prayer. And so the disciples would recite the prayer of their rabbis. So this is, these are the disciples that Jesus had, and they're asking him, teach us a prayer. Basically, so we can be like all the other disciples and have a rabbi and have a prayer. So this is the instruction he gave before he taught that prayer. It's pretty interesting. Anybody want to read it out loud? Anybody like doing that kind of thing? Yeah? Okay.
And whenever you pray, do not be like the hypocrites, for they love to stand and pray in the synagogues and at the street corners, so that they may be seen by others. Truly I tell you, they have received their reward. But wherever you pray, go into your room and shut the door and pray to your Father who is in secret, and your Father who sees in secret will reward you. When you are praying, do not keep up empty phrases as the Gentiles do, for they think that they will be heard because of their many words. Do not be like them, for your Father knows what you need before you ask.
Cool. So what advice is Jesus giving his disciples about prayer? There's 3 or 4 things in there. What's the first one? It's right on there.
Don't be a hypocrite.
Don't be a hypocrite. What's a hypocrite? Do you guys all know what a hypocrite is? What? A person that says something but doesn't do it themselves. So they don't preach what they practice. They don't practice what they preach. They don't walk their talk. That's a hypocrite. Do you know any hypocrites? Yeah.
Lucy knows one.
Well, this story comes out of this other story where this guy praying in the corner in Jerusalem, and he prays out loud, real strong, and has to use all the right words, and he prays, "Thank you, God, that I'm not like this guy, that I'm not a sinner," and it was obnoxious. And I think Jesus was like, "Don't do that. Don't be a hypocrite when you're praying. Pray sincerely." What else does he say to do? It's right on there. Yeah.
When you are praying, do not head up empty phrases as the Gentiles do. And then 4,
What do you think that means? Heap up empty phrases. What?
Don't just make something up
Because it sounds good?
Yeah.
So you don't have to say words that sound all official. You don't have to try to look good while you're praying. I think a lot of people are intimidated at praying out loud in front of other people because they feel like they have to say the exact right words, right? And the fact of the matter is, it really doesn't even matter what words come out of your mouth because God sees your heart. So, So Jesus is saying here, I don't need all the fluff, all the words that go along with that. Just, tell me what's on your mind. What else? Where does Jesus say is the best place to pray?
room, shut your door.
In your room, or another translation would say in your closet.
Nice.
So,
My closets.
so in private is the best place for prayer. Why would that be? You have no idea? Why would private be the best place?
Maybe like people like judge you guys.
Yeah, judge you?
No distractions.
There's no distractions, yeah. You know, when people are around, you're thinking about what other people are thinking about you. And that's not a necessarily great thing for prayer. So on your papers is the prayer that Jesus taught when his disciples asked him if he would teach them a prayer. So read that, answer the question. I believe there's like 4 parts to that prayer, and you can kind of try to phrase it in your own words. Have you ever heard the Lord's Prayer, like in church?
Yes.
It kind of sounds like, right? Do you guys want to say it together? Would that be fun? Huh? You just said it? Okay. Okay, we'll check it out on your paper. If you want to talk to people at your table about it, you can do that.